Hello, and welcome to another edition of Tutorial Tuesday. Today, I'm going to be going over another application of the Google G Suite, Google Slides. Google Slides is a presentation program where you can create slides to cycle through for your presentation. This is the G Suite or Google Docs version of Microsoft's PowerPoint. Since this is a web-based program, it is accessible on any browser connected to the internet. It's also available on mobile apps for Android and iOS. As talked about in previous tutorials on G Suite apps, there are several benefits to working with these web-based apps, including easy to share with others, for them to view and to edit in real time, keep track of edits, and cloud-based storage. To get started, you will need a Google account. If you already have one, go to slides.google.com to begin. If you don't have a Google account yet, go to accounts.google.com, click Create Account, and then choose For Myself. From here, you can fill in your information. You do not have to have a Gmail account. You can use an existing email address if desired. Once you have your account created, and you go to slides.google.com, you can click the plus sign with the word blank underneath it to start your new blank presentation. Anytime you create a new presentation, the first thing that I would recommend you do is to click in the top left corner where it says Untitled Presentation and type in a new name for it. You can either click Enter or click Away to save it. The next thing I would do is to decide a theme. By default, theme layout is on the right side. You can scroll down and pick and choose one of the several listed here. There's not a lot to choose from. There are ways to import others, but I'll show that in a later tutorial. For this example, we'll just choose this one right here that says Shift. This isn't something that you have to do right away, and you can always change it later if you want to. By default, the first slide has a layout of a large text box and a smaller one for a subtitle. This is typically your title slide since it's the first slide you'll see in your presentation, hence the big box for your title. When you click inside of the title, you'll see that the font size reads 38. The subtitle font is 16. So let's just go ahead and type some stuff in for an example. When you're finished with your first slide, click the plus sign to create a new slide. You'll notice that the new slide has a slightly different layout. This is something that you'll want to decide on each time you create a new slide. If you click on the Layout button, you can choose from what they have there, as well as blank. Feel free to click around to try them out to see what they look like. You can also click down the down arrow next to your plus sign to choose one as you're creating a new one. And if you decide you don't like that, you can always go back to the layout button to change it back. Choosing the best looking theme as well as the look of your layout per slide will make a huge impact on how professional looking your presentation will be. Now let's go over the menu and toolbar. It uses the same style as the other G Suite apps, so if you've used any of them before, it should be familiar to you. For the menu, you have File, which you can do multiple things with this. You can share your presentation, create a new one, open an existing one, import slides, make a copy of this one, email and download it, look at your version history, rename it, add a shortcut to your drive, move it to your trash, and print. With Edit, you have Undo and Redo, Cut, Copy, Paste, Select All, Find and Replace. View will allow you to go into present mode. You can also mess with the zoom, look at the guides, and make it full screen. Insert will allow you to choose from a wide variety of different text, audio, pictures, charts to choose from. You can add a comment or slide numbers. Format will allow you to change the text that you have. With Slide, you can create a new one, duplicate and delete, change the background, apply a different layout, and add or change a transition between your slides. Arrange will let you change the arrangement of your slides. With Tools, you can go through the spell check, dictionary, and voice type. With the toolbar, you've got your new slide button, undo and redo, and print. Your zoom will allow you to change what your slide looks like, but please keep in mind that this is only for the viewing while you are working on it. If you were to present this, it would go back to default view. You can add a text box or an image or any other objects, add a comment, change your background, layout, or theme, or you can also add or change your transition between slides. Anytime you want to start your presentation to see what it will look like, click the Present button. You can use your arrows in the bottom left corner to go from slide to slide. You can also choose from the down arrow here. When finished, you can click Exit. Now let's show an example of how you can customize your slides a little bit. In slide number 2, I have it set to be a blank layout, but I'd like to change that. I'm going to choose Title Only, and you can see that there is a thin line around my title up here, and that is my text box. I'll go ahead and type something in here. And when I click away, you can no longer see that outside line. That's just going to show you about where it is going to be placed on the slide itself. If you want to move that around, you can click back into your text box, move your cursor until you see 4 arrows, and click and drag this around. You can go up, down, left, right. You can also select your text and change that as well. You can increase or decrease the font size, the font itself, bold, italicize, underline, change the text color, change the text background. You'll also notice that there is a lot of blank space underneath here. You can insert other things. You can insert an additional text box. When you click that, this will give you the option to pick and choose to draw your own text box size. Click away when you are done. Click back inside of it, and you can do the same thing. Move it around, as well as change the text itself. You can also insert an image. I'll choose to search the web. I've got coffee beans selected here. Click the picture I want and then choose Insert. It looks a little big, so I'll move my cursor to the corner where I can resize this, make it a little bit smaller, and then move it over here to the right. If you have customized this slide to something that you know you're going to use again, if you'll right click on the left, you'll see that there's an option to duplicate this slide. This will make an exact copy, and you can then change the title and text box and picture, whatever you need to make it as you need. You can then click and drag on this slide to any point throughout your presentation that you need to go. If you accidentally created a duplicate, right click and hit delete. If at any point you choose to change the theme, all you have to do is choose a new one from the right hand side, and it will convert everything. It will change all slides in your entire presentation for you. It's as simple as clicking it, and then you can click on each of your slides to see if you like it or not. If you think that your themes are in the way, just click on the X to make it go away. You can click on it again to bring it back anytime. If you would like to add a transition, how it looks going from one slide to the next, click the transition button from the toolbar. You can then choose from a list. I'll choose dissolve for this example. You can choose the speed at which this happens, and you can make it so that it's only for this one selected, or you can click apply to all slides. When you click play, this will give you an example. You can slow it down a little bit. It'll tell you exactly how long it's going to take for each one. And you can go through each one to see how they look. Then if you want to see how your transitions will look, go ahead and hit present. We'll start with the first slide. And every time you click, it will go to the new slide and you'll see your nice, neat new transition. This is just a beginner's tutorial on the basics of Google Slides. There are many more things this app can do, and I hope you'll join me next time for my Part 2 tutorial. Thanks for watching.